Hey everybody, and welcome back to the shop. So today is going to be our grand finale on the multi-bit tool reviews that I've done here. On the bench here I have all the tools I've reviewed in the last about 2 weeks though. We've done 9 videos so far on 10 tools. I did the 2 icons in one video. All the others had their own video. And now what I'd like to do is kind of just give you a little bit of a overview on what I think about them all. I'll just touch base on all of them again very quickly if this is the only video you're watching, but I will put links down below to all of the individual videos if you want to see in more detail what I did with every one of these. And then I want to tell you what I think is the best of the litter. And I've got 3 here for you with an honorable mention or 2, just because I don't think there's a bad tool here. There's just some that are better suited than others for certain tasks. And my criteria is a little bit more than just the junk drawer. I know I mentioned the junk drawer quite a bit, but I want the tool to be something that could be used for a little bit more than just the occasional assembly. Some of these, they're good for that, and that's fine. But if you get in my top picks, you're going to have to be a little bit more than just the junk drawer tool. So of the junk drawer tools, it's odd, but the 2 that are sitting in the cases, the Cobalt and the Pittsburgh, I could see either of these going in the junk drawer and being used very occasionally, because I think they're probably on the lower end of the quality build-wise, but they both have a lot of bits, and they're not bad build quality. I don't think either of them are junk. I don't think either of them are going to break. I just don't think they have quite the build quality of some of these other ones. So they're kind of my honorable mention if you really are a homeowner that just wants to throw one of these in the drawer in the kitchen for the occasional piece of, furniture you get at IKEA that you got to assemble. These things will do it for you. Now, the other tools here, to be honest, I think are all very good tools. The first video I did was the Doyle, and I can't find anything wrong with the Doyle other than it is a little bit lower on the bit count than some of the other tools. It's very well made. It feels heavy. It feels, heavy in a good way. Not heavy like, oh, it's going to be hard to use. It feels like it's sturdy and well built, and I really like it. I mean, and it's inexpensive. It's under $15. I got it on the Inside Track Club 30% off for like $10.50. If you're an Inside Track Club member at Harbor Freight, pick one of these up for 10 bucks, no problem. I also did the Vessel, and this would have made my top 3 if it had more bits. I could excuse the inability to put bits in here anywhere because of the shape of the handle, and the handle shape is so good. This is a very, very ergonomic, friendly tool to use. I really like using this. It comes with 3 different Phillips heads, a flat head, and 2 posi drives, which I made jokes about that in the other video. I kind of thought posi was kind of weird that they added with the Phillips heads, but they're the best bits of all of them, and they're magnetized. These are like 4 and something inches long. They're very well made. They're very crisp. I love this tool. This tool would have been on the podium, so to speak, thinking to the Olympics that just ended. This would have been in the top 3 for sure if there was, say, 6 of these instead of just 3. I like it that much. We did the Milwaukee. I like everything about the Milwaukee except for the fact that it's 2 tools, which it's 2 things to keep track of, 2 things to go in the bag. Kind of a pain, but it is nice to have a stubby and a full-size tool, and it's really nice that both the stubby and the full-size tool has bit storage. That is really nice. So you take the combination of the 2 of these and you got 22 bits for the 2, and some of them, obviously there's some bits in here that aren't in here, so it's kind of a mixed match. It's a set. The set together is really good. You could do a lot of work with this. It's Milwaukee, so it's well made. Also very good. Close to podium, but didn't quite make it. And then the 2 icons. Now these 2 icon kits, I mean, the smaller one is really just a bunch of multiple bits and a little ratchet that you can hold like a screwdriver. There's a lot going on here. I'd say go back and watch the video if you want to see what goes on with this one. These are well made. Icon is Harbor Freight's top tier, and every bit in here is well made. I did have people say comments on this video that they use this in their daily work. These are good tools that you can take to work with you. And then this one kind of, I mean, it's got almost all of the bits that this one has, but then it adds a whole SAE and metric 1/4-inch socket set as well. So this almost doesn't qualify as a multi-bit tool in this form because it really is a ratchet set as well. But you know, they are a bunch of just multi-little bits, so I included it. It's a little spendy at $85, but we all know you can get discounts at Harbor Freight all the time. So that is the best of the rest. These are the ones that didn't quite make my podium, but they are all good tools and they all have use cases. I could see a use case for every one of those. So who gets my bronze medal? Well, it's the last one we did. It's the Work Pro. The Work Pro to me is very well made. I think it has the best ratcheting system of all of them, the highest tooth count. It really sounds like it's a well-made tool. Everything moves very easily. All the levers, everything is very, very easy to use, and the tool storage is just, I just want to say that's the best tool storage going. It's like a little revolver. You know, the bits are just in here like that, and they're buried in the handle. I love that. It is just ingenious, and it's just, I'm going to be honest, I did not review this tool here. I've had this tool for a long time, and if you look at it, it looks like it's the same tool. The only difference is, one, this thing isn't made anymore. I think it's probably a different brand. It's probably made by the same company, but the tool storage is horrible. It's the same exact ones, but they're just in this little thing that goes in the handle. And because I couldn't find a link to show it to you, I didn't review it, but I use it all the time because it is, in essence, the same tool as this one, but this one has the great tool or bit holding. And it's an excellent tool. It has great feel and weight to it. Excellent ergonomics. The red parts are plastic, but a good hard plastic. And the blue is rubbery, so it feels good on your hand. I would absolutely expect people to use these every day. Handymen, people that work on maintenance, you know, if you work at a maintenance man at an apartment complex or something, and you carry a tool belt or a tool bag around with you, I could see this sitting in that bag and seeing somebody use it every day. So this guy gets my bronze medal. We'll put him right there. Coming in at the silver, and I'm going to be honest, if this was a race, you know, like the downhill, these two came in silver and gold by 1/10 of a second. They were that close to one another, you know. I'm giving the silver to the Klein, and I think the Klein is an excellent tool. Its tool holding is really good. It's kind of like the Milwaukee. You know, I don't like the really small bits, but to get 20 bits on this tool, all in and around the tool, is awesome. That's a lot of bits on a tool. Now this one is not ratcheting, which is something that might bother some people, but this has one trick up its sleeve that none of these others have. Now a few of these others have nut drivers, but this actually has an impact rated set of bits with an impact rated holder. So if you were to grab an impact and this thing, you're golden. You can put it right in there and you're rocking and rolling. You got an impact driver bit set in your tool bag. So if you just had this laying in your tool bag, you could get the bits out of your multi-bit tool, which is really kind of cool. Nobody else is doing that here. You know, this thing definitely gets high marks for that. He is the silver medal. We'll put him right there. This is my makeshift podium here. So what gets the gold medal, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's one that I didn't even have until recently, and I purchased it because I loved this tool so much. It is the 2200MBH. What is different between this vessel and this vessel is this one it's a little bit longer, and it comes with the bits in a little holder like this. Now these bits are shorter than the other vessel, but they're a little bit longer than the short ones like in the Milwaukee, and these are hardened, really good bits, and you get 10 of them. You get a good selection of bits. And you know, it's easy to put the bits into the tool. Obviously there's a nice good snap, magnetized very well. This one is ratcheting, and it is a nice long tool. And what put this over, and what got him over the finish line first and gave him the gold medal was he has a trick up his sleeve too. The Klein, his trick is the impact rated drivers. This guy he's a stubby as well. Just by doing that, you could take that out, take your bit out, and put it in here. It's a little tight. And you got a stubby driver, and it's ratchetable. It still has the ratchet piece right in here. So you got a stubby, and you got a full length tool, all in one. So it just is one thing going into your bag instead of having two like the Milwaukee. You know, the Milwaukee gives you the stubby, but it's a second. It's kind of take another slot in your bag. I think that's amazing that Vessel did this. It's the same ergonomics. It feels so good in your hand. You can hold it like this in your palm, and then they give you another piece of rubber up here. And you can one hand this like this. It's the best designed tool of all of them by far. It's very comfortable. It's going to be a tool that I use a lot. So it will go right here. I should have made another little spot for it on the podium, but we'll put him here. He's the gold. So that's my review of the 10 tools, guys. We have 3 that I really like. The Work Pro, the Klein, and the Vessel. The rest of them, there's not a bad one in the lot. I like them all. They all have certain things that work well. Any one of them will work in a pinch for you. You know, some of the icons can be very expensive, but they have a few more bits than everything else. You're not going to go wrong with the 3 that I put on the top here. I don't think you'll go wrong with either. And the Work Pro is sub $20. So if cost is something to you, the Work Pro is sub 20. If cost really is a thing, you know, the other 2 at Harbor Freight, the Doyle and the Pittsburgh, are under $15, and you know you can do coupons there to get them down to around 10. So that's the review. Thanks for watching. I hope this made sense. I hope that helped some of you. If you're here this far, I'll explain this to you, because not too many people watch all the way to the end of YouTube videos, but I did these videos not because I thought it was amazing to talk about ratcheting screwdrivers. You know, if you watched my I'm Back video a couple months ago, I had a major neck injury, and I literally had some spinal cord damage, and I missed 6 months of making YouTube videos, and because of that, I literally have been dropped from the algorithms. Nobody's watching my videos anymore. You know, it's not like I was a big channel, but I could do a video and get 3,000 or 4,000 views. Now I'm getting 100 or 200. So I thought if I did 10 quick videos on something I almost had in the house anyway, it would help some people. So they're useful videos, and the algorithm might figure out that I'm doing things again. So I really would appreciate it if you do like and subscribe, and a comment. Even if you just say, hey, I have that Pittsburgh and I like it, or hey, I love the Doyle, or the Icon stuff is great, or you don't like something, let us know. I mean, I'm not the expert here. You might see something here that you say, I had that one, I didn't like it, I went with another one. Let us know, because it will help me get the channel back moving again, because unfortunately, YouTube doesn't care that you had an injury and you haven't been filming for a while. They just know you haven't been filming, and they just drop you. So I'm trying to get it back going again here, and I do appreciate the help. Thanks, as always, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.